With the fast development of technology in the automation industry, robots can perform much better, and the technology needed to develop robots is widely available that you can build a DIY robot in your own home. But what's needed to build these robots? Is math involved? And what technical skills do I need in order to build one? Well, in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 skills you can easily learn in order to build your own robot in your own home. To find out more, watch this video. Hey everyone, I'm MJ Sanga, your average engineer. And yes, a change of scenery. But let's get back to the video. Before we start, why don't I give you a basic understanding of what robotics is? Robotics is an interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering. Robotics involves the design and construction, operation, and use of robots. Robots have many applications, and in this day and age, they can be used in any industry. For example, in manufacturing, they can be used in assembly, welding, and even disassembly. It's used in aerospace. Automated robots can fly planes, and it's also used by the consumers. Yes, you can use robots. You can use robots for fun tricks, and you can use them in your home to do your chores. Now, when I talk about robots, I'm not just talking about the hand shape or the human lookalikes, but a robot is any autonomous machine capable of sensing its environment, carrying out computations to make decisions, and performing actions in the real world. So then, how do we build these robots, and what skills are needed? Well, here are 5 skills you need to learn before building a robot. At number 5, we have mathematics and physics. Yes, you need to have a basic grip of mathematics in order to build a robot, such as linear algebra. Algebra and calculus teach you the equations and the formulas that represent the abstract concepts that a robot manipulates. Geometry and physics help you understand the robot's range of motion in order for you to reduce its movement, reduce the wear and tear, and help its equipment have a long lifespan. Using mathematical equations, you can map out the kinematics of how robots move around. You can even create programming code related to these equations to help the robot move faster. Websites such as Class Central, Udemy, Coursera, and even YouTube have videos that can teach you the basics of linear algebra for robotics and machine learning. At number 4, we have programming. Robots need to be given commands in order for them to work. Without commands, they're basically useless. Learning a programming language is actually important for robotics because with a programming language, you'll be generating the code needed for the robot to do instructions. The 3 main programming languages used in robotics are MATLAB, Python, and C programming. Python and MATLAB are used at the early stages of generating code for robots. But when the code is accepted for mass production, it is converted to C programming. This is mostly because C programming is more efficient than MATLAB and Python. Now, if you're a beginner and you want to learn programming, I would advise that you start with Python. It's the most easiest and there are a lot of videos available online related to learning Python. Then, once you've mastered the basic skills of coding through Python, you can move to C programming. You can start with C programming, but that's my suggestion if you're new to programming and you want to learn a new programming language. You can use sites such as Udemy, Coursera, YouTube, and even Khan Academy to learn Python and C programming. By the way, I will leave links in the description for some of these sites if you're interested in learning programming or any of the skills that I'm mentioning. At number 3, we have electric circuits. Robotics mainly consists of mechanics, computer science, and electrical circuits. Learning electrical circuits like the other 2 is vital in robotics. This is because in electric circuits, you will learn how components are connected and what's the best topography or connection for each component. And if you learn how these components are connected, you also learn what components are needed to build your robot. Also know that the more complex your robot will be, the more components will be needed, such as sensors, transistors, and so on. Learning electric circuits can also give you an advantage of learning how to design your own PCB. For example, if you understand the basics of electric circuits, you can design your own PCB, and using SolidWorks PCB or OTM Designer, you can reconstruct your own PCB and maybe send it to a company that can custom design your component. On the topic about learning electric circuits, you can also learn how to solder components. Soldering is basically connecting components with an alloy. This alloy connects the components together and creates a circuit allowing electricity to pass through. By the way, if you want to learn more about PCBs, you can click the link right here. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to watch more of my upcoming videos and stay notified, hit subscribe and the bell icon. A subscribe would be nice. And if you want to learn more about electric circuits, sites such as YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, and Jetpack Academy have good videos that can give you a basic understanding of how electric circuits work. At number 2, we have CAD/CAM softwares. If you want to build your own robot, you should learn how to design 2D sketches and 3D models using CAD/CAM softwares. Softwares such as SolidWorks, CATIA, Creo, Rhino, and so much more are the main softwares used in designing 3D models of parts and assemblies. If you're a beginner and you want to learn how to use CAD/CAM softwares, I would suggest you start with SolidWorks. In my opinion, it's the easiest amongst all of them. The only difference that I would say is the interface of each software. But if you have a basic understanding of how to use a CAD/CAM software through SolidWorks, then you're good to go with learning how to use the other softwares along the way. You can also use computer-aided design softwares to perform simulations to see how your robot performs under operations such as loads, and you can change its material to see how heat throughout the material affects the robot. I would recommend using ANSYS, SimCenter, or Abacus to perform these simulations. However, almost all CAD softwares have features that allow you to perform simulations within that CAD software. And to number 1 of this list, drumroll. You need to learn to improve your problem solving and decision making skills. A good robotics engineer should be able to continually make engineering decisions. For instance, you should be able to decide the right method to program your robot or the right sensors to use. Remember that when working in the robotics industry, you'll be faced with so many choices and challenges. And you also need to know that there is no right answer. You'll mostly have to decide what's mostly efficient and cost effective for your robot. But given your wide area base, you should be able to solve these problems compared to engineers who are in a more specialized field. Knowing how to design and build a functioning technical system is important in robotics. But it is also important to be able to figure out why the system is not working properly. If it's a mechanical issue, you should be able to apply the best practices to repair or solve the problem. But if it relates to software, you should be able to detect any bugs from code, which requires testing and the use of logic. If you're looking for a job as a robotics engineer or any other engineering field, most of these skills are actually needed, and employers look for them as they search for people to hire. These 5 skills are important, and they'll give you the basic foundation in order for you to become a robotics engineer. Robots have a variety of applications, and depending on what your project is, it is important to go out there or search on the internet about how other companies build robots. This can help you become more creative towards your DIY project. I really hope you found this video very informative. And if you want to learn more about electric cars, please hit the link right here. Also, if you're interested in more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. I really hope to see you again next week on my next episode. Have a great day and God bless you.